Hey everybody, welcome back to the Heels Picks. Week 10, 11, 12, 13. The season just flies by, man, I swear. We're all getting excited when the season starts, and it's like, it's week 10 already. It's like, where does it go? It's like 3 months from now, we're all going to be sad. We're going to be sad because it's over. It's like a fever dream. Anyways, let's get it started. So, Thursday night, Bengals-Ravens. This could be a good matchup. I see a good back and forth game here. Two teams that are going to be in the postseason when we get there down the road. I think Baltimore is a better team. I think Cincinnati needs this game as well. I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens by 3. But this should be. I hope it's an offensive stalwart game, not one of those boring Thursday games we get where it's 7-0 at halftime. Looking at you last week. All right, so we got I believe it's the Germany game. Giants Panthers. Why in the world? Does the NFL not like Germany? I don't know. It's gonna be a rough one. Also, I'd probably put it at 9:30 so we can sleep through it, and get to 1 o'clock. Give me the Giants. Give me the Giants by 3 here. But I don't know. Bryce Young got that big upset win last week, So Patriots and the Bears, and I really don't know what to say about the Bears. Caleb Williams has been hitting walls here and there. He'll show up and have a great game, and then he'll just not look great. The offensive line will leave him on his ass. And New England's had their moments, has had a couple of good showings, but they're just still a team that's a few years away from being relevant, if that even comes to fruition. Give me the Bears here. I wouldn't be surprised if New England won, but give me the Bears in a kind of a gross game. But give me the Bears by 6. I just think Chicago has enough talent. Bills and Colts. Man, let me tell you, Tyler Bass, this is an apology to you, my friend. As someone who had a lot of faith in you early in your career, by even buying it. I own a Tyler Bass jersey, boys and girls. For Christmas one year was given a Tyler Bass jersey because I asked for it. Okay, that's how much I love the guy, and it's good to see he kicked the longest kick in Bill's history. And before he lined up for that kick, I told my father he's gonna miss it. And my dad always has more faith than I do, and he nailed that kick. And despite not having Amari Cooper in that game, the Bills' offense didn't seem to have any issues. I think Josh Allen this year has been playing out of his mind with only 2 interceptions on the season. Like, if you had told me through the first 9 weeks Josh Allen's going to have 2 interceptions, man, that's amazing. And on the other hand, you have the Colts, who I don't know. Anthony Richardson thing, that experiment, I don't know what the future holds there. If they think they're going to start Joe Flacco the rest of the year. Not really sure if that's the way you should go about it. I don't know. I don't think it helps anything for him if you don't play him again. But I guess they're just going to rock with Joe Flacco. Give me the Bills here. Give me the Bills by 10. I think they take a big road win here. Vikings and Jaguars. Minnesota, much better team. Much better team. And Jaguars should have sold more. They should have sold more of those pieces. It's real bad dumpsville for a team that at the start of last season, a lot of us on the podcast, all 3 of us on the podcast, would say this was the AFC South of their division to lose, and how the mighty have fallen. And Trevor Lawrence found the sweet spot in the middle of a losing streak that cost them a playoff spot to nail a big contract. And I'll always be baffled how he pulled that off. And on the other side, Minnesota's just proven time and again they're a good football team. They've suffered some not so great losses, but I think this is a good spot for them to hit their stride again. Give me Minnesota here by 3. And the Broncos and the Chiefs. Okay, listen. I'm going to sip this When New England went on that undefeated run in 2007, they had some games where they didn't look their best, and they barely won them. But 85% of the time, they looked dominant. And you would watch them, and Brady threw all those passes, all his touchdown passes, and Moss was dominating and got the receiving touchdown record. It was just like, you were scared of that team. You were scared of them. You were like, man, once they get rolling, you just literally can't stop them. I don't feel that way about this Kansas City team. They've played down to so many teams, and it's just like, when does it end? And I know everybody thinks it's a cop-out, but the officiating in their games has not benefited the opponents by any means. Many times down the stretch, Kansas City needs a call. They get it. Listen, I know, and believe me, I'm the one preaching when New England would get treated like that too, because they did. But it's bad. They're not the best team in football. They're really not. They're undefeated. They're not the best team in football. And this division game, I mean, Denver didn't show up last week. Let's just be real about it. And, I think Kansas City wins this game. It's a divisional game. I do think Kansas City is a better team. They're clearly a better team than the Denver Broncos. Where down the line does Kansas City lose? Is it Buffalo? Man, I really hope so. But give me the Chiefs here by 7. But man, they're not running the table. Everybody it would be so manufactured if somehow they ran the table, because it just doesn't. They don't give that aura of, oh my god, we just can't stop them. No, they have never looked that impressive at all. Falcons and Saints. Wow. The Saints firing Dennis Allen. They've fallen on hard times, Daddy, with Dusty Rhodes. It's been a tough sledding for that team. Losing to the Carolina Panthers, how do you come back from that? Meanwhile, the Falcons actually look like a good football team. They have for many points of the season, have looked like a good football team. And I think they're just a better team. They're a better team than the Saints. They have way more momentum than them. And I don't see in what world the Atlanta Falcons don't win this football game. Give me the Falcons by 10. 49ers, Buccaneers. Two teams that high expectations. At least for me, I thought Tampa would play, and they've lived up to that. And then with San Francisco, they've looked that good of a team from time to time. But other times, for a while, everybody thought San Fran was bar none the best team in the NFC, but they don't look like it a lot of the time. They're getting Christian McCaffrey back, and that is very important. And that may be what this team's been missing. And I know Brian is very sad on the other side of this camera, realizing that, yes, Christian McCaffrey gets a return for this game. And I think that's the difference. I think if McCaffrey doesn't play this game, I would have taken Tampa. But with McCaffrey back, I think he rejuvenates this offense enough to get this road win. Give me the 49ers here by 6. Pittsburgh, Washington, 2 teams that honestly I did not see being as good as they are at this point of the season. I didn't know Jaden Daniels was going to be this good. Man, good on him, man. He is impressive. He is always just so impressive. I say this every week now. He's going to make that team forget about all those awful Dan Snyder years. Good for that fan base. As a fan of a fan base that suffered for a very long time, it's always good to see some of these other suffering fan bases get out of the dirt. And to Pittsburgh, regardless of who their quarterback's been this season, they for the most part have looked I don't feel like they've looked as good as their record is, but the record is what their record is. And I initially had said, it wasn't sustainable. I still don't think it is. This team will be a playoff team. How far they'll go, I don't know if Russ has what it takes to get them all the way they need to get, but who knows? But I'm going to take Washington in this game. I think they're better football. Give me Washington by a touchdown. Titans, Chargers, Will Levis. I don't know, is he back yet? Regardless, I think whoever's playing quarterback for the Titans really doesn't matter. Chargers are just a better team, and I think they're going to give them the hands, and I think the Chargers are going to. The Titans. I always talk about the least amount of yardage, and the team. The record indicates that you're full of crap. Give me the Chargers here by 10. Jets, Cardinals. Is this little Jet comeback run starting? They beat Houston last week in that very gross game. Arizona. They've hit some hot spots too, man. I think their team is slowly starting to turn themselves around too and win close games. And they seem to kind of be figuring out too. This with the Jets' recent improvements, it's one game, okay? Let's not talk about their own win streak. They won one game, but if they look anything like they did last Thursday, they have a shot. I'm gonna take Arizona because screw Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Give me the Cardinals here. I just love watching Aaron Rodgers lose. So give me the Arizona Cardinals here by Eagles, Cowboys. Eagles are gonna beat them down. Cooper Rush. Things have gone real south for Dallas real fast. Give me Eagles by 20. Detroit and Houston, probably game of the week. If it's not Cincy and Baltimore, I can see it here. I can see that here. And again, CJ Stroud's hoping he can get Nico Collins back. Not having him and Diggs has, that would hurt anybody. You lose 2 guys like that, it's gonna hurt regardless. You got Detroit coming in, and they're hungry, man. They're hungry, and they're a good they're a good freaking football team, man. And I just think right now, even with the returning Nico Collins, I think that gets Houston a better chance. I can't help but take Detroit in this game. Detroit's just better. Detroit's just better, man. Like that, to me, they're the best team in the NFC. In my opinion, it's the Detroit Lions. And it's not like, okay, I can't say it's not close. Give me the Lions here by 6. You got Miami, you got the Rams, you got Monday night, and you got ESPN wishing that they could flex out games too sometimes. I think they can now. I mean, the Rams are getting back to things, and Miami did play Buffalo well last week. Let's not pretend they didn't. Still lost. They played Buffalo a lot better than they usually do, so I'll give them that. This actually could end up being a good game. Let me stop playing dumpster fire on the whole thing. I think this might be one of those games that kind of lights up the scoreboard a little bit. But I think the Rams have more momentum. The Rams are going to win by winning a game-winning field goal at the end, because Miami just found a way to lose these close games that they should win every. And I think it's going to play out again. I'm going to take the Rams here by a field goal as time expires. And once again, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into another episode of the Heels Picks, branched off of KFR Sportscast. We appreciate your love and support. Please keep coming on back. We're rebuilding. We're rebuilding, retooling, and this whole rebranding off of the accidental deletion of the initial page it's been a process, and we appreciate all the support we've gotten from you guys. Please keep tuning in, keep showing your support, like, comment, subscribe, all the above. We love you guys. We'll see you next time.